Let's make sure we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Let's make sure everything's all copacetic before we send out the announcements. Okay, good. We are indeed live. All right. Good. All right. Audio check is good. All right. Let's get everything all sent out. Okay, there we go. There we are. There we are right there. There we go. All right. There we are. All right. All set to go. All right. 1 second. All right. There we are. Okay. So, let's get ourselves all set up. There we go. Why does it always change like that? Okay, let me just put this back here. All right, that's fixed. There we go. All right, there. We got this here. Okay. There we go. Get that set right there. And right here. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. We're live. Yes. What's up, guys? All right. Oh, actually, yep. Let's get this intro started. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, aka the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to get shot out the cannon and she goes wee. Other times she likes to go to RBs and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Another time she likes to party, maybe sometimes go to Wendy's, and also, go into the stock market, find them ABCDs. She did call some wonderful stunks over here, like MNDR, SBEV, and NVVE. We call her DBL Moms. Hey! All right. So that's what we got going on, folks. That's what we got going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's check out some stonks over here. We called earlier this morning NVVE, which ran up a nice 80% in NVVE. All right. We called MNDR. That stock ran up a nice 72% right there. Boom. All right. We got SBEV, SBEV, which ran up a nice 61% right there. 61%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we got all those wonderful stonks and more. All right. But yeah, that's what we got going on so far, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on so far. So let's take a look at NVVE over here. NVVE, currently the leading gainer. As of this point in time, it is the leading gainer right over here. So let's get this over here. Bop right here. Looks like it's trying to form a bit of an awkward, gappy cup and handle. Has to break above this line, though, for it to be so much maxi to mya. Let me actually get rid of this. Boom, right there. All right. Let's get this over here. Let's make this a bit thicker. There we go. Pause when I say that. And yeah, currently trying to form somewhat of a cup and handle, needs to break above the cup and handle for it to really be so much maxi to me. Potentially, it could be a cup and handle. So NVVE, possible cup and handle bull pattern. Ladies and gentlemen, possible cup and handle bull pattern. Got that going on right there. All right, so that, and also right over here, we got some support and resistance lines right over here. Let's get these over here. Bop right there. And, of course, bop right there. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. First things first, we got support at 28 cents over here. So resistance at 31 cents has to break above the trend line over here, which is currently around 29 cents, and it is currently above the VWAP as of now, not overbought, not oversold in the RSI, currently just chilling right now, needs to break through the cup and handle for it to be so much mexy to mya. 2023 says DVLT short squeeze today. Hit the like. Let's take a look and see about DVLT here. Let's see about DVLT. All right, DVLT, a little bit choppy, very choppy over here, but it did have some movements upwards. I will give it that. It did have some movements upwards. Might need some more volume. Is currently above the VWAP, though. I'll give it credit there. A little bit overbought on the RSI at one point, but it basically curled back down, climbed a bit back up, and then went back down again, and is now trying to curl its way back up again. But it was a little bit gappy, had a couple of indecisive wicks, but could it potentially curl? Maybe. It did form an ABCD over here, but then it kind of went down a little bit. All right, and formed another slight ABCD, but now kind of just really needs to break this pennant for it to be so much maxi to me. The RSI and, well, the 9 EMA and the VWAP are currently kind of diverging from one another. So as of now, it's one of those stonks where it has to get some volume and to break that pennant, and also needs to remain above the VWAP. So we got that going on right there. So DVLT as of now needs volume. To break the pennant and curl upward. Currently up 2% and change. All right, DVLT. All right, at one point was a bit oversold on the RSI, then climbed its way back up. Eventually became a little bit overbought on the RSI, climbed back down, climbed up, and then down again. And then that was basically the whole show right there. DVLT currently needs volume to break that pennant and curl upward to become so much schmexy to mya. But that's really what we got going on, folks. That is what we got going on for this stock right here. That is what we have going on. So it's Data Vault AI Inc. Let's see if it's got any news. Yes, as a matter of fact, it does. All right. Firstly, it has a couple of filings that came out today. All right, has some U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filings that they're currently doing right now. So yeah, it's right now they're doing filings and stuff. So that's what we got going on there, folks. That is what we got going on there. Needs to break above the pennant for it to be so much mexy to me, and needs some more volume because it does have those indecisive wicks. So it has to have that volume, ladies and gentlemen. Needs that volume. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 100. 100, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got going on here. What about IVDA, IVDA. Let's see how IVDA is doing. Was a bit indecisive in terms of its wicks going down here, but then had a major price spike going up over here. Let's take a look. Bop right over here. All right. And then kind of just had to break above that little descending wedge here. Currently below the VWAP, so it needs to break the descending wedge. Also needs to break the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. All right, otherwise it's just meh. IVDA. IVDA needs to break the descending wedge and the VWAP for it to be so much mexy to me. Currently up 27%. Needs more volume to break that VWAP, ladies and gentlemen. Needs more volume to break that VWAP and break above that little pennant slash descent. No, actually, no, it's more of a descending wedge. Needs to break past that descending wedge a little bit for it to be so much mexy to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's take a look at NVVE again. NVVE. NVVE currently trying to curl up a little bit. Tried to break the cup and handle over here, but it is on a slight uptrend right now. Slightly needs more volume. NVVE on a slight uptrend needs more volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Volume. All right, need some more volumation. Let's take a look at NVRI. NVRI currently trying to climb its way back up to the VWAP, but at this point, it is kind of consolidating along the VWAP. Needs to remain friends with the trend for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. NVRI. NVRI needs to remain friends with the trend and break above the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes, so got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right, so let's take a look at SBEV, SBEV. SBEV currently, SBEV, not a lot of volume for the stock right here. SBEV has a 1 million float, 2 million volume. The volume is twice as much as the float, but it is one of those stocks where it's very, very choppy, very, very indecisive, very, very, very much so needs a trip above that VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Otherwise, it's not looking too good, not looking too schmexy. It's one of those stocks that just needs some volumation, needs some volume. Needs a lot of these stocks, they just need volume for them to really curl, you know what I mean? Has to break through this little pennant, has to break through the VWAP as well. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. SBEV, SBEV needs to break above the VWAPA and the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so that's what we got going on for SBEV. SBEV, SBEV needs to break above that for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. There we go. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 200. Let's get to 200, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 200. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's take a look over here. Let's take a look at another stock over here. ASST. ASST. This stock had a little bit of a dip below the VWAP, but has since curled, right, over mya, right, and kind of found its way over mya. All right, so currently, as of now, this stock is, it basically needs to break above the 98 cent mark for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Currently had a bit of a dip though. So honestly, if you really want to, you could say that it even formed a bit of a cup over here, right? Looks more like a shot glass than a cup, but it'd be like that sometimes. So looks like a cup and handle, somewhat, a little bit, but needs some serious volume. Possible cup and handle, but needs volume for it to really be schmexy to me, because it's currently moving its way on downward instead of upward, because cup and handles are a bullish pattern. So it's possible that it could be cup and handle, but needs volume to break through the cup and handle bullish pattern. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Also, let's take a look at SHPH. SHPH. Let's see what we got going on here, folks. Let's see what we got going on here. Has a bit of a pennant forming right over Mia. Needs to break above the VWAP. Needs to break above the pennant for it to be so much mexy to me. Let's go put that in. SHPH. SHPH needs to break above the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be so much mexy to Mia. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 300. Let's get to 300, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 300. Let's 300, 300, 300. All right. Let's see over here. 1 second. Boom. Let's get that all set up. Bop right there. All right. Currently with this stunk, right, we have MNDR. Let's take a look at MNDR, because it looks like some news actually recently came out about this stock. Mobile Health Network Solutions signs legally binding MOU with PPG for acquisition of PPG projected companies. MNDR is expected to issue compensation to PPG valued up to $120 million. All right, so that's basically what they got going on. Let's take a look at MNDR. MNDR currently below the VWAP, needs volume, needs a lot of volume for it to really be so much mexy to Mia. Needs to break this pennant over here as well for it to really be so much mexy to Mia. So let's get that started over here. Let's take a look at MNDR. Needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA. Needs volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mia. All right, let's take a look over here at SCAG. SCAG, choppy. Not a lot of volume. Needs volume to break those indecisive wicks. SCAG, choppy, and needs volume for it to be so much schmexy to Mia. Let's take a look at SHPH. SHPH still needs to break above that pennant, but looks like it's trying to slightly curl its way on up a little bit. Trying to slightly curl its way on up a little bit. Needs to still break that pennant, though. SHPH trying to slightly curl. Needs to break the pennant for it to be so much mexy to Mia. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alex Martinez asks, did you check out IVDA yet? Yes, I did, but I'll check it out again just for you, brother. All right, let's take a look at IVDA. IVDA, all right. Looks like it curled off that little descending wedge right there. So, looks like it curled, broke above the VWAP right here. Looks like it's trying to become somewhat schmexy to Mia. So, IVDA curled above the descending wedge and currently is on a bit of an uptrend right now. So, IVDA curled above the descending wedge. All right. Got that going on right there. Curled above the descending wedge. Needs to remain friends with the trend. All right. Needs to remain friends with the trend for it to be so much mexy to Mia. There we go. Otherwise, it's just It do be like that sometimes. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. IVDA, though, currently hitting a bit of a stumbling block, but needs to remain friends with that trend line over here. Needs to remain friends with the trend going upwards. Otherwise, it's just, you know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it goes. All right, come on. Yeesh. All right. So, Currently, as of now, that's what we got going on with this stock. That is what we got going on. Let's take a look at some other requests here. Give me just a second. 1 second right here. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. All right. Let's see. Okay. Right. Somebody just gave me a request over here. BMNR. BMNR. Let's take a look at BMNR. BMNR. All right. So as of now with BMNR, it's currently kind of consolidated here, forming a bit of a double top. You got a top over here, right? You got a bit of a top over here as well. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. As for right now, has to break through this pennant over here. Has to break above this pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya BMNR. So right now needs to break this pennant, formed a bit of a double top, needs to break through the double top and the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya BMNR. Needs to break the double top and the pennant to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. It looks like it's trying to break above the pennant right now a little bit. Looks like it's trying. Looks like it's trying to break above that pennant just a little bit. We shall see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. Currently, though, BMNR is up 1%, though. That's the only thing about it. It is a bit pricey as well at $26.33, but it is trying to curl its way on up right now. So we give it credit where credit's due. All right, it's one of those stocks that is trying to curl up just a little bit. We'll see what happens with it. But right now, we'll keep an eye on you. Keep an eye on you for now, BMNR. We'll keep an eye on you. All right, let's see what else we got. What else we got over here? All right. Let's see about SGBX. SGBX. But before we do, IVDA. IVDA. Still currently on the uptrend. Still climbing. Still looking schmexy. Still looking good. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Currently has to hold above 89 cents. Needs to break above 97 cents for it to really be so much maxi to me. But right now, IVDA is testing that high day right now. IVDA testing. IVDA testing the high of day. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on right there. IVDA currently testing the high of day. So, as of now, we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Let's take a look over here at NVRI, November Victor Romeo India. Let's see how that one's doing. All right, NVRI still somewhat consolidated along the VWAP. Needs to stay friends with the trend, but NVDI is still somewhat consolidated along the VWAP. NVDI still consolidated along the VWAP. Needs volume. Needs volume to become somewhat schmexy to Mya. Let's get a share party going. Let's get the 500. Let's get the 500, ladies and gentlemen. 500, 500, 500. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on now. Come on now. All right. Come on. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at SHPH. SHPH currently needs to break through this pennant still. Needs to break above the VWAP still. Has to do a bunch of stuff there for it to even be remotely schmexy to Mya. SHPH needs more volume to break the pennant and the VWAP for it to be so much schmexy to Mya. There we go, right there. That's what we got going on. NVVE, what's it doing right now? NVVE, still consolidated as of now. Might as well even create a channel for it, truthfully. Might as well create a channel time. Channel time. It's channel time. Channel time. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's get a channel time right over Mia. Right over Mia. All right. So, here we are. Here we go. There we are. We're just chilling right now. So, NVVE needs to break the channel for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Otherwise, it's man. NVVE needs to break the channel for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Consolidated needs to break that channel, needs to break it. Where's the beef? Yes, sir. All right. So, let's take a look at IVDA. Let's see how we are doing here with IVDA. Still climbing, still trying to test that high a day right now. Still looking somewhat schmexy to me. IVDA currently still trying to test the VWAPA. Can it break through? Looks like it's trying to. Right now. It's trying to test that high a day right now at 97 cents. Can it break through 97 cents? Can it break through? Let's take a look. Come on now. Come on, just a little bit. Oh, yes, there we go. Broke through it a little bit. There we go. Come on, break it through at 99 cents. There we go. Come on. You know you want to hit $1. You know you want to hit $1. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on. Right over here. Come on, man. There we go. Has to break through that $1. It hit the $1. Can it break through the $1? Break through it. Break above it. As Goku once said, ascend even further beyond. I'm not doing that whole thing. I'll lose my voice. I'm not even going to try. All right, but come on. Needs to break through, man. Needs to break through that $1 mark. It did break the high a little bit. All right. It did break the high a little bit and hit 53%. So it's got that going for it right there. IVDA currently broke the high, hit 53%. IVDA currently broke the high and hit 53% right now. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that share party going. Share party. Let's get to 700. Let's get to 700 right here. Oh, my. Looks like it's still climbing its way on up right now. Looks like it's still climbing its way on up right now, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see here. Currently, IVDA is trying to climb right now. Break through 53%. All right, let's see here. All right. So, as of now, currently IVDA is basically trying to break that $1.01 mark over there. All right. Looks like it's going above it. Looks like it peaked above it just a little bit. We're going to move this up just a hair. Boom. All right. Still climbing its way on up slowly but surely. It's slowly but surely climbing its way on up. But, ooh, come on now. Come on. Has to break through this little area right over here as well. Has to break through this for it to be so much schmexy to me. Yes, sir. All right, let's take a look at, you know what, while we're doing this, let's take a look at AZTA. AZTA, low float stock, very low float, high volume, 18,000 volume, high float, which is 28 million, so not looking schmexy to nya. All right, AZTA, very low float, needs volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to nya. All right, there we go, there we go. All right, so what else we got? What else we got? Let me add them. Let me add them. All right. Give me a second over here. Let me just put this in here. Let me get some water as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some water in me. Got to get some water in me. All right. So we are currently just chilling right now. AZTA does have news, though. I will give it that. Conference call is currently in progress. Q4 earnings were released today before the open. But the stock kind of still look like booty. So, you know, not looking schmexy to me. Let's take a look at SBEV. SBEV. How you doing, SBEV? Still on that pennant? Ah, I see you. Okay, you're still on that pennant. SBEV still needs to break that pennant. Still needs to break that pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right. So, let's see about another stunk over here. Let's see about another stunk. Let's see what other stonks we got here. All right. Okay. Somebody requested IVDA again. IVDA. Let's see how you're doing. IVDA still trying to break through that little top area over there at $1. Needs to break through that little area for it to be somewhat schmexy to nya. All right, so IVDA currently, needs to break that double top right there. All right, so needs to break through 102 as well. In terms of that, has to break the high. Tested the resistance somewhat. IVDA tested the resistance. Can it break through, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see if it can break through, ladies and gents. All right, let's get a share party going. Let's get to 900. Let's get to 900 people, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Let's get to 900, 900, 900. All right. So, as of now, IVDA is testing the high once again. Broke through at $1.03, up 58%. Up 58% right there. IVDA once again broke the high, up 58%. IVDA is probably the only real fascinating one right now to be looking at here. IVDA once again trying to break that high. IVDA actually broke the high. Now up 58% right now. All right. Now 59%, excuse me, 59%. There we go, baby. There we go. We called the stock earlier in the day for our private Discord. Yeesh. All right. So, as of now, IVDA currently, oh my, just broke through it again. Now up 66%. 66%. New high of day. New high of day right there. Look at that. All right. So, currently, as of now, IVDA is testing that 66% mark right there. Needs to break through, ladies and gentlemen. Needs to break through. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about one thing over here. Little bit concerned is that there could potentially maybe even be a shoulder right ahead. All right. And potentially down the line, maybe another shoulder. We don't know for sure, but, you know, keeping an eye out for that. All right. So, as of now, IVDA hit 66% and then went back. All right, so let's see what else we got. What else we got going on here? Let's see. Let me add them. All right. So, all right. So, as of now, let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,000. Let's get to 1,000 people. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Let's take a look over here. All right. We are currently just chilling like villains right now. All right. Let's take a look at SGBX because somebody requested SGBX. SGBX. Let's see what we got here. SGBX currently on a slight uptrend right here. Currently on a little bit of an uptrend. Needs a bit more volume, but SGBX does have an uptrend going on over here. A little bit choppy, but it is currently on the uptrend right now. So SGBX. SGBX up 11% on the uptrend right now. Currently, SGBX on the uptrend needs to remain friends with the trend. All right, there we go. Doc Shutta Sput says NVRI stock. NVRI. All right. Let's take a look. And then we'll go back to IVDA because it looks like IVDA might be trying to curl again. NVRI. NVRI. All right. Still, NVRA kind of fell below the VWAP once again. It was consolidated above it just a little bit, but then kind of fell below it. So as of now, it's one of those stocks where it needs to break the consolidation and needs to break above the VWAP right now. NVRI. NVRI needs to break the consolidation and the VWAP for it to be so much mexy to me. All right, now let's see what else we got over here. What else we got? All right, so let's take a look at IVDA. IVDA. Currently, IVDA still has that little, head and shoulder pattern going on there. Yeah, I mean, that's really what's going on here. All right, so right now, IVDA currently just needs to break that $1.08 mark. Needs to break that for it to be so much maxi to me. Otherwise, it's just going to be for the rest of its life. It's going to be boring. It's going to be boring. All right, let's take a look at NVVE. NVVE. NVVE currently still in that channel. Still in the channel. Needs to break the channel for it to be so much maxi to me. Needs to break that channel, ladies and gentlemen. NVVE needs to break the channel for me. Needs to break the channel. All right. All right. So, as of now, we are currently watching NVVE. Let's take a look at AZTA again because somebody requested AZTA. Last I checked, the stock was very, very low volume, heavy float. Yep, same as before. They do have some news, however, that they're trading lower after the company reported better than expected Q4 results, which is kind of awkward considering the fact that, I mean, yeah, you just reported better than expected Q4 results and your stock is doing booty, but who am I to judge? Anyways, AZTA needs volume for it to be so much maxi tumia. AZTA needs volume. Needs a lot of volume. Let's see. IKT. IKT. A little bit choppy. A little bit of choppiness. Curled up, though, above the VWAPA somewhat over here. All right. So, as of now, IKT is currently climbing its way on up right now. I was just looking at it real quick. Just give me a second. Just got to get...
moving.
NVVE.
Moving.
Oh. NVVE.
Alert.
Oh, my. NVVE trying to break up above that little channel.
Will Robinson.
Danger Will Robinson, yes. Yeesh.
Let's go, baby.
Yeesh.
Come on, push it on up.
Push it on up right there.
Resistance at 2850. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now, critter.
Yeah.
Come on, fella.
There we go.
Come on, fella.
All right.
Some legs, baby.
NVVE, come on now. I need you to sprout some good legs.
Oh, now. Green.
Green, baby, green.
Green is good.
Yeesh.
Bulls over bears.
Yeesh.
Doubles.
Yeesh.
Doubles.
The Bulls.
Doubles.
Yeesh.
It's pushing. It's pushing.
Yeesh. Slightly.
It's
NVVE, come on now.
Is it gonna pump? It's
Come on.
pushing.
Come on.
Is it gonna pump? That's the question.
Oh my. What's this? Oh. I think BLMZ just had some sort of... Yeah, I think it just had a reverse split just now. Yeah, that was no, that's nothing. I was like, wait, what? That always messed me up. That always messes me up a little bit. I'm like, oh no, that's a reverse split. Okay, that makes sense. That tracks. I was like, oh wait, what? It always messes me up when that happens. I'm like, oh, reverse split. Never mind. All right, so NVVE currently trying, man. It's trying.
It teased a little bit.
It teased a little bit, and then it's you know, it's out of gas. Why?
Pull back, never hurt nobody.
No, I mean, it's got a 19 million float. 19 million float, 152 million volume.
What's that song?
What?
How's that song about the gasolina?
Ropa de gasolina. That one?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, that one. Gasolina.
Yeah, but what was the word they say?
I don't know. It's something gasolina. Gasolina. Yeah.
All right, it's out of gasolina.
It's out of gasolina. Needs more gasolina.
I don't know. It had gasolina, then it didn't have gasolina.
NVVE needs more gasolina. NVVE needs more gasolina.
IVDA moving.
All right. What's up?
IVDA moving.
Yep. IVDA moving again. IVDA moving. All right. Let's see what we got going on over here. IVDA currently had a high at $1.12. Has news that Evita Solution shares are trading higher after the company announced the expansion of its regional strategy in Egypt with a new trilateral manufacturing partnership between the Arab Organization for Industrialization and Zero Tech. So, yeah, trilateral. That's a big word right there. All right. Yes, that's it.
Does that mean they're going to be trying?
Laterally, yes. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, so.
Trying lateral.
Yeesh. So.
I try horizontal.
What?
Pause.
Okay.
Pause.
I mean, hey, I wasn't. You said it, not me. Anyways.
I did.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I did. You did. Yes, you did. You did. All right. Yes. I taught it to a putty tat. So IVDA currently trying to test that high of day, trying to test that 112 mark, trying, but needs to do it. Needs to actually do it. IVDA, you either got a dookie or get off the pot, man. IVDA trying to break that resistance at $1.12 right there.
bill, y'all.
Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. So as of now, IVDA currently trying to make a move here. Trying to make a move. All right. Needs volume.
Needs volume love.
Needs volume love. Little volumation. That's what it needs. That's what it needs right there. Right there.
I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
All right.
Right there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ooh! Ooh! Wee! All right. So, as of now, currently, this stunk needs more volume. Volume. A little bit more volumation. A little bit of volumation. Somebody requested ASTS. I know that stunk is a little bit expensive, so we'll take a look at it over here. ASTS. Yep, $52.62. Very expensive stunk, up 3%. Not looking too schmexy right there in terms of that price, but I will give it credit where credit's due. It did have a nice uptrend going up, and then basically just formed a pennant, truthfully. So, yeah, there we go. So ASTS currently needs to break above the pennant right there for it to be so much Mexi Tumya. All right, ASTS needs to break that pennant. Very heavy price, but yeah, ASTS needs to break the pennant for it to be so much Mexi Tumya. Let's take a look at BYND. Speaking of which, BYND, let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 1,400. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comments section. So be sure to check that out, because we take a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. Yes. All right. So, Rocky asks your input on SGBX. SGBX. As of now, SGBX. It did run a couple days ago. It did have a bit of movement upward earlier in the day. Now it's kind of falling below the VWAP. So, as of now, not too schmexy. Not too schmexy. Could it potentially be a descending wedge? Maybe, but it's one of those stocks that it's a double top. It is a double top right now. No volume. SGBX needs to hold that VWAP and needs volume. SGBX needs volume and needs to hold the VWAP.
Charts with no volume don't mean nothing.
Charts with no volume don't mean nothing. Volumation, that's how it works.
It's all about the volume, baby.
Volume, baby.
It's all about the attention. Yep. They're on a runway.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's how it works. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it works. Wow, what is this? What is going on here with JXG? Yeah, another reverse split. Yeah, another reverse split. I mean, because it's got 1K volume, 18 million float. All of a sudden, it's 1,319. Yeah, it's probably another reverse split. Another reverse split. That always messes me up, you know? It'd be like that, though.
It just doesn't, there's nothing going on with it.
Yeah, nothing really going on with it. It's just, there.
I don't think it's even opened up. How about that?
No, I highly doubt it.
Volume, zero volume.
No. Yeah, nobody's trading it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, as of now, currently, this stock right here is Let's take a look at NVRI. NVRI, how's NVRI doing? NVRI still consolidated, now above the VWAP, but still somewhat consolidated along the VWAP right now. So needs to break past the VWAP right there. NVRI still consolidated along the VWAP, needs to break past it. It broke up above it a little bit, but still consolidated along the VWAP. NVRI broke the VWAP, but is still consolidated. Needs volume for it to be so much maxi to mya. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Let's go and check out another stock over here. Alright. How about SHPH? Let's see how SHPH is doing. SHPH currently has to hold above that little line over there. Broke above the VWAP a little bit and then fell below the VWAP again. So popped and then dropped in terms of the VWAP. SHPH temporarily broke the VWAP and then fell below. Needs volume for it to be so much maxi to mya. Needs volume, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, needs some volume. Needs some volume, ladies and gentlemen. Volumation. That's what it needs. Needs volumation. Forming a bottom tail, but it's a bottom tail red. Not schmexy. Alright, let's take a look at BYND. Alright, BYND currently had a bit of a pennant form, but again, it is very low on volume. Very low on volume here. BYND has a bit of a descending wedge forming, but again, low volume. So BYND, low volume, needs to break the descending wedge for it to be so much maxi to mya. Yes, sir. Alright. So, let's see what other stocks we got today. Let's take a look. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1600. Come on now, 1600, ladies and gentlemen. Yesh, and yesh in that order. Alright, so let's get that share party going. Yes, sir. Alright. So, right now, we got BYND. Needs to break that descending wedge. Very low in terms of volume. Let's take a look at Open. 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 Let's see. Alright, so Open is literally chilling right now. Has a bit of a slight uptrend over here. Slight uptrend here. Right? Really just needs volume. That's all it needs. Open needs to remain friends with the trend and just needs some more volume. Open on the uptrend needs volume and to remain friends with the trend. So it's got that going on right there. Let's get a share party. Let's get to 1600. 1600, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As of now, Open is trying to curl its way back up. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Let's take a look at another stock somebody requested. IBIT, a little bit heavy in terms of price, but let's take a look at IBIT. IBIT, on an uptrend slightly, but again, not a lot of volume. It's kind of just an uptrend going into consolidation, really. Consolidation, you know what I mean? Little bit of consolidation. All right. All right, so IBIT currently, as of now, needs to break above the channel for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes, channel time, it's channel time. All right, so as of now, IBIT needs to break the channel and stay above the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Somebody said SLMT. Let's take a look at SLMT. Very choppy. Very choppy. Not schmexy. Not schmexy at all. Meh. Not looking too schmexy. All right. All right. As of now, SLMT needs to hold above the VWAP, but needs to break that pennant. Needs volume to break that pennant. So SLMT, low volume, needs to break the pennant and hold above VWAPA for it to be so much Maxi Tumya, not overbought or oversold in the RSI, has unconfirmed Q3 earnings due in 11 days. So we'll see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. Let's see about IVDA. IVDA. Let's see how IVDA is doing. All right. IVDA had a new high, 73%. 73%. IVDA is probably the only one that's really looking somewhat schmexy right now. IVDA up 73%. New high, baby. There we go. All right. So, yeah. We're just chilling right now. We're chilling. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. All right, we got ourselves just a wonderful community. We got some amazing scanners. We got some awesome newsrooms over here with articles and all sorts of other information. We got all sorts of people, wonderful people, all of which are very supportive and want to see you grow as a person. So, yeah. That's what we got going on there. All right. So, as of now, IVDA is currently up to $1.13, has resistance at 115. Let's take a look at MFI, because somebody requested MFI. MFI doesn't seem like it's got a lot of volume. Not a lot of volume over here. MFI, very low on volume. Trying to move up a little bit, but again, very low on volume, ladies and gentlemen. MFI, very low on volume. All right, MFI, very low on volume. Needs to break above that VWAP fully, but it's very, very low on volume. It already just doesn't have that type of schmexiness to it. 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes until we get to the bell. The bell. Yes, the bell, ladies and gentlemen. The bell. All right. Yes, but IVDA did hit a high of around 75% right there. All right. So, all right. All right. So as of now, we're basically just chilling there. A lot of choppiness going on here. A lot of choppiness going on. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what you guys got planned, man? What you guys got planned? All right, me personally, I got the Power Play show planned. After that, man, I'm gonna take some R&R on the weekend. You know what I mean? It's the weekend. Gonna do some stuff. What you guys got planned for this weekend, man? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Me personally, I'm just gonna chill out, either go to the beach, right? Spend time with family if it's sunny out, right? Actually, you know what? Matter of fact, let me check something real quick. What's the weather gonna be like this weekend? All right, so clear skies. All right, let me partly cloudy on Saturday, but it's gonna be a good temperature. It's gonna be good temperature, and it's gonna be nice and sunny. So chances are good, I'm probably gonna go out, chill out a little bit, go outside with the family. You know what I mean? Spend time with the family, right? Chill with the family, do all sorts of good things like that. And honestly, I'm basically just gonna be chilling like a villain. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and then when we get home, and probably just before night falls, because I mean it has been getting darker a lot earlier, so we got that going on as well, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably just gonna be chilling like a villain right now, doing my thing, read a book at night. You know what I mean? Play some games with some friends and just nice relaxation. The bird, how's the bird doing, brother? How are you doing? SGMO, you want SGMO? Let's take a look at SGMO, then we'll take a look at OSRH. So SGMO, let's take a look at SGMO. Currently, SGMO is climbing right now, climbing at a nice rate, right? Climbing at a very nice rate right now, right there. All right, currently looking pretty good. All right, has news though. Has news. It's moving up on some news that Sangamo Therapeutics shares are trading higher after the company announced that the FDA accepted its request for a rolling submission and review of the biologics license application for estrogogene civaparvovec. Civaparvovec, yeah. So it's basically, I'm guessing this is some sort of obviously medicine of some sort, or maybe a supplement, who knows. All right, but basically it's currently climbing its way on up right now, currently moving, currently grooving, currently chilling right now, climbing its way on up. Yeesh. We shall see what happens, but SGMO has a nice movement going on right now. Needs to remain friends with the trend, but it is currently on an uptrend right now. SGMO on the uptrend. Not really much to say other than it is a bit overbought.
SRH moving.
Yeesh.
Moving.
Yeesh. Yeesh. Let me see here. OSRH, that's the next one. OSRH moving. Had a price spike. OSRH had a price spike on some low volume. So OSRH,
Volume coming in, though.
yeah, it's got volume coming in.
As news.
OSRH has volume coming in.
As news.
Mm-hmm.
The news is.
Those are news?
14th.
Ah. OSRH price spike. Price spike on low volume right now. On low volume. Can it break through, though? Can it break through? OSRH had a price spike on some low volume. There we go, right there. There we go, there we go, there we go.
Squeeze a little bit. A little bit. Needs volume.
Needs volume.
Needs volume love.
Mm-hmm. Get a support resistance line going for this stunk. Has to break above 72 cents and then break above 80 cents for it to be so much maxi to mya. Otherwise, just but it did recently break above the VWAP, so I will give it credit where credit's due. All right, let's see here. Somebody requested SBEV again. SBEV. SBEV falling below the pennant right now. SBEV moving down. Yeesh. needs volume to break the downtrend that is currently going on with this stock right now. It's very, very choppy still. Very, very choppy. Not liking that too much. Not schmexy. But I will say this. We chilling. We chilling right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we got going on. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what I find weird? You know, just a little thing I always found kind of odd, right? You know, we have Thanksgiving Day, right? And then you got Black Friday directly afterwards. I got a question about that. Man, a little weird. All right, so we have one day, right, that basically is us being thankful for what we got, right? You know, we're thankful for what we got, family, health, etc., things of that nature. And then the next day, we're basically like pile driving other people for things that we do want. The day after we were already given thanks for things that we were already thankful for. I mean, I'm just saying, like, why is that like, I'm just wondering, like, cause I one time I actually saw, like, I've seen like quite a few crazy things on Black Friday, man. People get intense on Black Friday. It's like an Olympic sport for people, right? It's like a very competitive sport, and people get a little crazy with it, man. I've seen guys throw hands over a PlayStation 4. It was crazy. It was nuts. I'm like, what? Hey, uh, get, you know what? They could have that. I'm just going on Amazon for that. Like there was somebody I saw one time. Oh my god, this was, I shouldn't have laughed at it, but it was kind of low key funny. Basically, someone grabbed like the last. I don't know if it was like a phone or something like that. Someone grabbed like the last, the last. It was either some sort of video game or some sort of phone. I don't remember. It was years ago, right? Somebody grabbed the last one of some sort of video game or phone, right? And this dude grabs a bouncy ball from one of those like big little cages. You know those little cages with the bouncy balls and stuff like that. They grabbed something from there and went yeet and just boinked it off his head and said, "Give me that." Just, I'm like, oh Lord. And the thing is, like, the guy looked kind of flabbergasted after the ball just bounced off his head. He didn't even like move. He just like stood there for a few seconds, processing the fact that somebody just threw a bouncy ball at him. And he's like, "Wait, what? This isn't dodgeball. What? Oh, huh?" I'm like, okay. I'm just, honestly, that's just a show in and of itself. I'm just saying, that's kind of a show in and of itself. I'm gonna be real. You know, it do be like that on Black Friday though. It do be like that on Black Friday. Then you get like, you know, Cyber Monday stuff, all those good little things there, right? So yeah, got all that going on right there. All right, we got 1 minute till the bell. The bell, it deafens me. All right, you got 1 minute till the bell. 1 minute. All right, come on, baby, come on. Waiting for the bell to go ringy dingy. Waiting for it to go make that wee woo. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2200. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. Yes, the bell. SBEV curling its way back up a little bit. Yes, a little bit. Like a teeny tiny bit. SBEV did try to curl just now, so I will give it credit right there. SBEV tried to curl. SBEV tried to curl. To curl, ladies and gentlemen. Curl, baby, curl. All right. All right. SGBX, how's it doing? Let's see how SGBX is doing. SGBX, trying to curl a little bit. It is trying to curl a little bit, though. It is trying to curl off its ascending wedge. SGBX, low volume, trying to curl off that descending wedge right now. SGBX, low volume, trying to curl off that descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. All right. Yeesh. All right. So as of now, SGBX curling off the descending wedge right now. Off the descending wedge just a bit. Just curling off of it a little bit. So that's what we got going on right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Currently, we are chilling, watching SGBX try and curl right now. Trying to curl. All right. Let's take a look at IVDA. How's IVDA going? IVDA. All right. Still kind of consolidated right now. Needs to break that resistance. All right. IVDA a little bit consolidated there. IVDA consolidation needs to break the high of day. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. So, as of now, IVDA currently consolidated, little consolidated, needs to break above the $1.15 mark for it to really become somewhat schmexy to me. Yeesh. All right. So, let's take a look at NVRI. 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 Let's see how it's doing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how it's doing. Okay. NVRI has news that NVVE shares are trading higher after the company announced a $3.04 billion clean earth sale to Veolia and spinoff of its new NVVE business. So it's got that going on. NVRI needs to break the VWAP, though, because it did fall below the VWAP. NVRI needs to break the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Otherwise, it's just meh. There we go. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's see what else we got. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,300. 2,300, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeesh. All right. So, as of now, NVRI needs to curl its way back up. All right. So, as of now, currently, JXG is moving, but again, that's a reverse split. All right, let's take a look at, and let's take a look at NVVE again. NVVE, come on, NVVE. Fell below the VWAP. Not looking schmexy right now. NVVE needs to break the VWAP. Needs to break the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Let's take a look at OSRH. OSRH, let's see how OSRH is holding up. OSRH currently trying to hold one resistance line, break through another one. It has to break through 67 cents for it to really be so much schmexy to mya. Is holding above 59 cents, currently holding above 63 cents, and then has to break through the 67-cent mark right over here. All right. So, yeah, we're doing our thing here. Rocky says, do you think SGBX will go up? Let's take a look at SGBX again. SGBX currently just did go up. Just now. Had a bit of a descending wedge over here, so it did have a bit of a bullish pattern going on. All right. Had a bit of a descending wedge bull reversal going on here. Currently climbing its way on up. Yeah. So we got that going on right there. Currently SGBX. Let's get some support and resistance lines on it right here. Let's get some support and resistance lines on SGBX. SGBX. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, currently SGBX curling off that descending wedge, climbing like it's nobody's business, breaking through resistance points. SGBX curling and breaking highs. There we go. Currently, SGBX is climbing up more and more. All right. So, as of now, currently, SGBX is doing its thing, climbing its way on up slightly, but right now it's forming a top tail. We don't like the top tails. We like the bottom tails. Yes, we like the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's what we got going on, folks. That is what we got going on. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 2,400. 2,400, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 2,400. All right, let's get a share party going on over here. SGBX. SGBX currently climbing its way on up right now. Up 26%. All right. All right. So currently, as of now, SGBX is trying to keep its momentum a little bit, but it is falling. It's forming a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails. We like the bottom tails. So, as of now, SGBX is doing its thing. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Give me just a second. Just want to get some water in me real quick. 1 second. All right. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's some good water. That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. IVDA. Let's take a look at IVDA. All right. So IVDA currently, as of now, it's trying to test that high right there at $1.15. Tried to test that high just now. A little bit. Still, though, it's consolidated. Consolidated here and consolidated here. Has to break above that consolidation. Has to break the consolidation and break that high day. As of now, IVDA needs to break the consolidation and the high of day for it to be so much maxi to mia. Yeah. All right. Let's get a share party going. Let's get 2,400. 2,400. 2,400, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Let's get to 2,400, ladies and gents. Come on. Come on now. Yeah. All right. As of now, we are currently keeping an eye on IVDA, which has news that Evita Shared Solutions are trading higher after the company announced an expansion of its regional strategy in Egypt with a new trilateral manufacturing partnership between the Arab Organization and Industrialization and Zerotech. All right. So, as of now, it's doing that thing right there. Let's take a look at NNOX. NNOX. Price spike on low volume. Float is 56 million. Volume is 1 million. So right now, NNOX shooting up on low volume right here. We're going to put that up there. NNOX shooting up on low volume. Needs volume to become so much mexi tumya. Dakshara asks for SHPH. Let's take a look at SHPH. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. All right, SHPH currently had a little bit of a move up, broke the VWAP, and then just started collapsing, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, let's get rid of these lines over here. Honestly, what it needs to really do right now is break through this little descending wedge right over Mya. Has to break the descending wedge for it to be so much maxi to Mya. Had a steep drop, needs to break the descending wedge, and needs to break the VWAP. So it's very low on volume, almost leaning towards being oversold in the RSI. So right now needs to break the downtrend and needs to break the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to Mya. Let's see what we got here. All right, IVDA testing the high of day. SHPH needs to break the downtrend and the VWAP. The VWAP for it to be so much maxi to Mya. All right. IVDA testing the high of day from what I'm being told. Yes, it is. Take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It is trying to test that high of day once again. Once again. Come on. IVDA trying to test the high of day once again. All right. IVDA trying to test the high of day once again. All right. So that is currently what IVDA is doing. All right. Let's see what else we got over here. What other stocks do we have to look at over here? I mean, the stocks are looking man, you know what I mean? Man. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's take a look at some other. Oh, OSRH. Ooh. OSRH, by the way, did exceed its float with volume. The volume exceeded that of the float, so now it's 16 million volume, 13 million float. So it's got that going on right there. I'm gonna actually put that up there as well. All right. OSRH volume exceeds the float, baby. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get this pennant right over Mya. All right. Boom and boom. All right. OSRH Holdings shares are trading higher after its unit Vaxim entered a non-binding term sheet with BCM Europe to explore potential exclusive global licensing agreement with its VXM01 oral cancer immunotherapy platform. So it's got that going on right there. OSRH currently curling, needs to break that pennant, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to break that pennant right now, trying to test new highs, broke through some resistance. OSRH curling and broke some resistance. Needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi to Mya. Yes, sir. All right, let's take a look at ASST once more. ASST curling slightly, still on some low volume, but it is curling. ASST curling on low volume right now. So ASST curling upwards on low volume. Yes, needs to break through and become so much maxi to Mya. Yes, sir. BYND. Let's get a share party. Let's get to 2,700. Come on now. BYND currently. Let's get rid of this because we don't need that no more. All right. Needs to break this downtrend right over Mya. Fell below the VWAP. Needs to break the downtrend. BYND needs to break the VWAP and the downtrend for it to be so much maxi to Mya. Yes. All right. Break the VWAP and the downtrend to become so much maxi to Mya. Boom. Right there. Let's take a look at Open. Open was moving up last I checked. All right. Still moving up there. Still moving up, ladies and gentlemen. Still moving on up right now. Open. Still moving on up. Still finding its way, ladies and gentlemen. Open, still finding its legs. All right, but open, still moving on up, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, folks. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our new show. Well, actually, it's not really new right now, but be sure to check out our next show coming up at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, called Power Plays, hosted by the legend himself, Coach Nick Money. All right, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Coach Nick Money, as he goes over stonks before Power Hour, which is normally around 3 o'clock Eastern Time. But yeah, he goes over stonks prior to Power Hour, gives his opinions on them, basically takes a look at him, and, gives his honest opinions. And then, the other part, that's basically the power part. After that comes the play part. The play part is basically when Coach decides, you know what, it's time to unwind, let these stocks simmer a little bit, and play some Fortnite real quick. And he's normally cracked, so, it'd be like that sometimes. But, right now, he did get a victory royale last night. So we'll see what he does today. Right? But yeah, be sure to check out Power Hour at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is where you will find the Coach Meister General. The Coach Meister General. Yeah. So that's pretty much what you got going on there. Also, after that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be, it's going to be the weekend. We're going to chill. Everybody's going to get some nice rest. Everybody's going to be all rested up. And then we back at it again in the stock market. Once again, on the hustle, on the grind, baby. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys in about a couple of hours at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Power Plays, with the Coach Meister General right there. So yeah, be sure to check us out on our YouTube as well at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, where we do lots of live streaming, lots of videos, lots of stonk reviews, lots of shorts, and all sorts of other cool stuff. You can find us there at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on X.com, aka Twitter, at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, where we do lots of stock reviews, analysis, and live streaming as well. You can find us on Twitch at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, you can find us doing live streams there as well. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, and you can find us on TikTok, Tiki Taki, aka the Tac. You can find us there at DBL Nicks. At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Hope you guys make a lot of money. Hope you guys make even more money than you did yesterday, and even more money on Monday than you did today. And I hope that you guys are even more successful. You'll make a lot of money. And I hope you guys achieve all your dreams and aspirations and all that good stuff right there. And also, ladies and gentlemen, remember that you are indelibles. Life is a canvas, so leave your mark. Leave it. Leave your mark, indelibles, because that's pretty much what we got going on there. So we love you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Take care. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys for Power Plays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So much love. Take care, everybody. Much love. Bye-bye. Peace.